exactly. It's like those little things. Like there's like the yeah. It was like the I don't know. It's like how do you calculate it? Imputed income is the one formula.
Yep.
And like from the table 1 rates, and then there's the straddle test.
Yep.
I gotta just get those down because I was getting backwards. But the thing they added between spring and fall was they put some employee benefit stuff on there, and even added a new employee benefit study note or two. So just like,
I remember that.
Yeah.
That was on a different password.
Yes.
I did not like that textbook.
Okay. Yeah.
It was. I think it was written by Squire.
Yeah. Was it the employee benefits handbook? Yeah. The textbook itself is meaty. Like when I ordered the SOA study notes, they photocopied the chapters.
I read all that.
Oh man,
Source material.
Oh man, you're a better man than I. I'm not going to.
No, but I had a lot. I think I had like 300 study hours.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Like
maybe 150. I had a lot of study hours.
Holy smokes, man! That's way more.
So like I studied company time for 2 hours a day for 4 months.
That's crazy, man.
Maybe it was 250, but like I want to say it was 100 hours an hour in exam.
Yeah.
Or no, you know what? It might have been 250 and it was 50 hours per hour exam, but it was a 5-hour exam.
Oh yeah, because now they're only 30. Yeah. So you actually really needed a lot more. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. The employee benefit
And
that math.
it was nice because they split it and it was a 3 and a 2.
Oh.
But for both of them, you got the extra 15 minutes.
Oh, that's nice.
So really, I got an extra 15 minutes.
Yeah. They don't do that anymore. I think they don't even have the 15-minute read-through.
They don't?
No, but the way Doug, you wouldn't have known Doug. He left it.
Right.
But like, he told me, he's like, there's 2.5 hours of content on the 3 hours.
Yeah.
So like, he's like, that's why we did away with the 15 minutes, because like you should have an extra 30 in theory to, even like in addition to double checking, I think.
My biggest tip is always just like, if you don't know something, skip it.
Yeah.
And then come back.
Yeah.
And then you can always like make stuff up.
Yeah. Well, and like, I mean, when I'm practicing, because I haven't done a practice exam, but I've just been like cranking through hey, if we're pricing stuff, okay, just build up the claims, hit up the factor, like it just like go somewhere with it, and maybe get partial credit. I don't know, but like, yeah, there's been some questions where I'm just like, I got nothing. But those employee benefits questions though, like I've been going through them.
Well, the employee benefits is what, like 10% of the test? Not even.
Yeah, it might be a little more, but it's not much more. Because I think it might be a little more because they did add they wrote a custom study note it was like recommended employee benefit strategy. So it's like you got to still do the analysis of like, okay, whatever your percentage is, and like adjusting to new claim list, all that stuff, which like it takes some time to build out in Excel a little bit, but like the intuition is not, at least for me, like it comes a little bit more naturally like than a life insurance, because it's still basic claims, factor adjustments. I guess you gotta weigh them together and possibly throw in a selection mode, but like I don't know. Once you've gone
Once you do like 5 of them,
right? It's you're like, oh yeah, I remember doing this, and I might not understand why, but I understand need to for the exam.
and it's also what people don't know why it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Or unless the why matters, but like.
Yeah. No, that's the thing, is I feel like the why is going to matter for this exam because it's probably going to be like recommend and why, So I guess maybe not the why factor, but like if you get that, if you're just doing it because you think it's the way to do it, and it wasn't actually, I don't know. But like I think it'll be fine. Like,
here's the thing: you're gonna take it in 3 weeks, and regardless of what happens, it's gonna be over.
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to shot. And at that point, you have a data point to be like, okay, cool. Either A, I know how to take this exam, but more importantly, I know how to take an FSA exam.
Yeah,
and more importantly, I know what not to do.
Yeah. That'll be the frustrating part. I failed one ASA exam, and I failed several modules. But I only failed one because after that one, I was like, I am not failing it. So, and because you knew how to take an ASA exam at that point. But like, I don't feel that way with the FSA. But yeah, it's like it's gonna be over, and I don't know.
You don't hear about it for 3 months.
Yeah,
10 weeks, however long it is.
I don't know what the new time is. It was supposed to be faster, but like I don't know.
Well, yeah, because 10 weeks, and it's a 4-month turnaround.
Yeah.
You would have 6 weeks to restudy.
Yeah. And that's the thing is I'm not, even if I fail, I'm not restudying until this time next year because baby number 3 will be born in February, so I'm not.
You're not taking March.
No, I'm not going to take March, no way. I'll be busy enjoying holding baby girl and not thinking about exams. And July is just that's the no-go. Yeah. So it'll be fine.
You might be back on paternity leave in July.
Oh yeah.
Right?
I'm
doing half?
I'm doing half up front, and then I have no idea what the other 6 weeks. I might take more, probably not. We found that 6 weeks was a nice balance of like plenty of time, but like also we felt like it was sufficient, to like, especially like it shifts to more of. I mean, I'm caring for my wife and the baby girl, but like I'm more taking care of existing kids,
Right.
Like,
and your wife doesn't work.
Yes, she stays at home for now. And
so like that also helps. Where it's not and you work from home too.
Yep.
Where it's like, okay, so like you can like flex an hour.
Yeah.
If you need to.
Yeah. And for her, if she's going to work someday, it would be running her own pottery business. So it's like would also be at home,
right.
Like not having to juggle like to like corporate,
Right. It's not like with like when Easter's at her kid, where it's like she was on maternity leave and then her husband went on maternity leave to like balance out. It's not like your wife has to worry about like, oh, there's the overlap doesn't work out because we need to capitalize on time.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's just my time. And then my mom retired this year, which is nice. We have a good relationship with her, so she's around. My sister's in the area, her husband, and my grandparents are too. I mean, they're just kind of.
Grandparent age?
Yeah. But it's really nice to have them around to like, we don't see them as much either because they used to live up in Royal Oak.
Okay.
And then they moved down to be closer, so we could help take care of them more, But yeah, so it's nice. It was nice because like for George, I took off June and July, like the 6 weeks, like half of June, all July. Came back, worked August, and took September off because my mom was still teaching at that time. And so it was like both my parents, my dad's a teacher too. They had August time off, like to help out a little bit, and then they went back to school in September, and then I was back on parental leave, and like my cousin got married in Kansas, was able to go to that, so. We're traveled out though. We've done a lot of traveling. Unless somebody else gets married or like a funeral or some other like big family event, we're probably not going anywhere next year.
Right.
Yeah. Although we just went up to Traverse City.
Okay.
Never been there. I live in Michigan for so long.
Really?
Yeah. I've been to Ludington. I've been to Mackinac, but never got the in between those two.
I guess. Have you been to Traverse City? Just never stayed there, or you've never been?
Never been.
Okay.
Never been. We stuck very downriver because we weren't campers, we were fishers, hunters.
Right.
And my mom's family was in Chicago, so I've been to Chicago more than I've explored Michigan, honestly. But
and your wife's from South Carolina, or one of the Carolinas?
North Carolina and then South Carolina. So, but she thought it was beautiful. I loved it too. I really enjoyed it.
That's nice out there.
Yeah. Just like enjoyed, honestly, the cute little downtown, shopping, nice drives up the arms of the bay,
It's an easy drive.
Yeah.
Usually this time of year when you don't have to worry about like the summer weekends, it sucks a little just by nature of stuff that everyone is driving up there. Or it feels like everyone is driving up there.
Yeah. Spotlight. MGH was the 4 at that time, so pre-San Francisco, but it felt, I mean, at least from an intern standpoint, it didn't feel like a merger. I felt like everybody knew what they were doing. It was good.
Beverage menu on the in-flight entertainment portal, southwestwifi.com, where these options are displayed. Please be mindful of flight attendants serving you in the aisle. Remain seated while the fasten seatbelt sign is on. We have lavatories in the front and back of the aircraft. The sign up the ceiling indicate whether the lavatory is occupied. Please do not form a line at the forward lavatory. The use of portable electronic devices is not permitted in airplane mode. With certain functions turned off, this aircraft is Wi-Fi equipped. We hope you enjoy our free TV options. Internet service may be purchased for $8. For more information,
align it with somebody who's like